All right, Reggie. That's Reggie. Look at him. Just actually, I can leave it off. Whatever. So we'll open this up. Which one?
Combat.
So the good thing about your code is that you said you ain't got no game.
Yeah.
So that means we could get a lot done. If you just set things up, man, we could get a lot done. Like now, Dylan, man, he got a case of too much game. So we had to cut it. This game is way too much. We had to cut it. So the first thing was if you go to the form and then we drill down into the thing that you were showing me. All right, this. So Reggie said when you click it, nothing happens. But we hit it and then we go to active player. We'll see like the active player is actually supposed to be not this guy. It's supposed to be yeah. That's the last one. What we want is we want it to be this dude. So player one should be like, wait, no. Active player. There we go. Active player is going to be 89, which is probably going to be the last person in this list. Excuse me. No, he's the first one in the list. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So it's backwards because, like, I'm pretty sure that whenever you do that sort, what you're doing is so that the sort function that comes on a list, right? If we go find
sort, I have the sort function and I use the other one on the list.
All right. So this. Okay. So wait. Do you call this more than once?
I call that on 2 parties in the program. That's it.
Okay.
And for my list, I use the built-in one.
Right. So. Party 1.sort, party 2.sort. All right. But then you sorted all players.
Yeah, that's the list with all the players in the program.
So this is seriously just party setup, right?
Yeah.
All right. This is. All right. So what we could do is just go right here and just see what it does. So we have party 1. If you go look at party 1, it has 3 players in it, and they are 65, 60, and then 41. So that goes in descending order. So this will put it in descending order using the -1. You don't want it in descending order. You want it in ascending order, right? So you can actually, like, if we go to this definition, bro, like, why would you do this, though?
Why make a sort function?
Yeah.
Listen to Don, right?
I can tell. Yeah. Yeah. So, like,
he's like, where's your sort function? What?
No, man, you don't need to make a sort. You don't need to make a sort function. You need to make a. You just need to sort them. I mean, you can have it do this, but like, I'll show you.
To sort the parties, because The party doesn't have a dot sort like a list does. So like, how would you?
That's what's up. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, yeah, now I know why you're doing it. Yeah, if you wanted to sort a party, uh, this right here makes a huge difference. Because like, if you do, this. So by default, this thing sorts in ascending order. What you're doing is you're forcing it to do it in descending order. And then what you were saying is that you actually want it to be in ascending order to begin with, right?
Yeah.
So you just don't do this. So if we go here and then we say all players dot sort, step over, step over, step over, you look at all players, the very first dude is going to have the lowest. The thing about sorting is that, hey, hey, shut up. Oh, he said on the internet, use your inside voice on before I put you outside. Dave Chappelle said that, Reggie. We're going to unlist this video. So yeah, dude, I think all you need to do to fix that, first of all, is just don't do this -1 if that's how you're doing it. Just don't do that. And if you want to know who the fastest person is, who's it always going to be if you sort the list?
The lowest number.
It's the first index. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll hit start, and then we'll hit that button again. Intern. Active player, you're going to be this dude. Right? Alright, so what did we want to go? Where did we want to go from here regarding the air quote game? Populate the UI and stuff?
I think so, and I think remember I said my next player.
Oh, do you know how? Do you have like? Is it what is it supposed to show?
Whose turn it is? And the other box was what state they're in.
Right. So what we do is we're gonna make something called we'll do like private void update the UI. And then do you know all the ones that you wanted to let me see here. Put this over here. So like what we want to update, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so player 1. Oh, is that a? Oh, and you named them good too. Look at that. Yeah, man. So this is gonna be like game. Oh man, look at that. Dot player 1. Dot health. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
To hop on that man is big.
Yeah. You know what I just found out this week? Watch this. You press home, right? And it'll bring you there. Press enter, it'll bring you there. If you hold control, and do right, it'll give you to like the next word. So there's a lot of times when I want to delete, like need to do refactor something, I'll hold shift and then I'll hit N. But then what if I just wanted to delete player 2? I used to just like double click player 2. Nah, son. Control shift right.
Oh wait, I know about that. That's usually how I highlight a whole line.
No, yeah. If you hold shift and then you do N, it'll do that. But like if you're like in the middle of this thing, right, and you just wanted to delete player 2, control shift right. Because like if you hold control, it'll navigate through each individual line. But he knew that already, so.
I did. That's not how I use it, but I essentially knew about it.
He said he knew about it. All right. Now this, what's this box called? Player turn box.
Yeah. Wait, I don't know if that's the actual name of it.
Yeah, dog.
It might just be a rich text box. Oh,
Wait, players don't have names?
nope.
What?
They need names?
You mean you want to give your players names?
Not really.
What?
I mean, I didn't think they needed a name. I didn't think a name was necessary.
When's the last time you played a game? They didn't even have a name. Tetris? You don't have a name in Tetris. The boxes still got names. All right. So, what is a player then?
Health damage and speed protection. That's all it is.
All right. Well, what do I put player turn then? Like, who is that?
Player 1, player 2, player 3.
All right. Well, I don't know what to put here. Like, I'll just put 2 string. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be fat. Active player state. Okay, so that would be active player. No. So rich text box. What that one is though? Rich text box to what is this one? Making sure. Uh-oh. What do I put in active player state?
What do you put there?
Yeah, why is that box there? What were you planning on putting in that box?
Oh, whatever.
To display to the user.
State the active player, man. I mean, when necessary, just some came. I thought we needed it. That's why it was there, actually. But no, like required.
Okay, so dude, whenever we start the game, we'll call that update UI immediately and see what happens. Sorry, player. Reggie said you can't have a name. You mean nothing to him. This should also not be editable. This should also just be read only as well. Like you shouldn't be able to enter text into it. You passed, dude. You passed. You passed. Seems like you could sell that game, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so you have that, and then I'm just gonna move that over because it's giving me some OCDs here. Probably put this right here, and we'll be like we'll be a grown up about this one, and then we'll just like capitalize things. Sweet. Now, whenever you click attack and stuff, is that supposed to? Well, when you hit enter, it's supposed to move to the next player.
Yeah.
So we get a reference to the FSM. What state do we want to go to?
It is $100.
Yeah, what are your finite state machines?
Should go back to idle.
But what is the enum that I need to use for it? Like whenever you made the FSM players, no. Player states. Okay, yeah. So you would do. Anytime you do an intern, you need to do player states dot. What state are we currently in? we're in idle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just do that. Obviously, that wouldn't work. So
You're not allowed to put corn.
this FSM, Jeremy, they can hear you. I can hear you.
The internet, man.
Yeah, it's documented.
Go put your face in here.
Just when they talk about their hot dog, though, it's the dude in the hat. Look like Mufasa. Keep talking about them hot dog be here for another 2 years. He said it. Roast button, got him. All right. So if we go to combat, yeah, this has an instance, and then the game manager doesn't do an F like. So that this FSM, right? Player FSM. Where I get that at though?
Where do you get player FSM?
Yeah, like whose player FSM is this for? Oh, player FSM is that. So yeah, you make a player FSM, stuff it in, but like whose FSM is it? You got to give that to the player, right? So you add all these transitions, right, and then do. So you have Bob. So if we just do this, go to definition for Bob or player, like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dog, you so bad. That goes away. You declared it in the yeah. Did you go FSM is a new FSM, and then you just like the constructor gets called? That's a local variable. Oh, I know. So I'll respect your convention though. Like yeah, cause like.
Cause I was always wondering why it never popped up.
Well, yeah, you just did it, and then there, you're done with it, right?
A player should have an FSM.
Right. So, what you'll do is you could just do it by default right here. What you'll do, you could also just make another constructor, right? That takes an FSM. Like that. And then you can just rip. And then M underscore FSM is just going to be that FSM. Approaching, I'll say this, man, approaching it the way that you're doing it and not forcing yourself on this code like a rapist is very easy for me to teach, right? I know you feel like you may have a feeling like, oh, I didn't do anything, right? Yeah, everyone feels like that when they're programming correctly. It's not because they're lazy. You know, I think the paradigm goes like the best programmers are the lazy ones because they don't want to write a whole bunch of code. Yeah, dude. You don't get out of the ball pit at McDonald's by throwing your arms around even more and more and more. You just get out of the ball pit. So if that makes sense. You don't have to like destroy everything just to get out of your mess.
Did you say McDonald's?
Yeah. They don't do the balls at McDonald's anymore. The balls, the one that will make you take your shoes off and you gotta get in the ball pit and Chick-fil-A for you maybe? Man, these kids. You don't even know what the...
I worked at it and have that.
This!
Oh.
The ball pit.
Never did that.
That's Nick's code. That's what Nick's code looked like, and that's me. Look, that's me. Look, this one. That's me. That's Nick's code. That's Nick.
Oh, I fixed my code though.
Yeah. You did. You threw another shark in it. So okay, back to this. So what you want to do is you're gonna build the FSM on the outside, right? So the current state, you need to actually set the M underscore FSM's current state, but we don't have access to it. So we need to figure out how to link these things together. All in player.
Could we not just make a current state variable in the FSM class?
Right, but you would be breaking the FSM. Like you have the thing that worked. You tested the FSM, I'm sure. The FSM worked.
Yeah.
You don't want to start adding shit to it, man. That's the thing, is like you want to build it and then like leave it alone and then figure out, okay, how could I go around? Like you try to get into it. Remember, programming is like a murder mystery where you're the killer and a detective. You got to figure out who did it. And you don't want to go down that cycle, because you change a thing over there, then everything else that did work will break. You notice how they go, it just worked. Yeah, because they changed like core code that did like worked in other facets, but then they manipulated it to accommodate for some single instance that they were having because they bad at programming or they're tired or whatever, and it just broke everything else. So no, if that thing works, we don't want to touch it. So if this is a finite state machine that we give to a player, this current state for the player is going to have to be the some reference to the FSM dot. I got it. Does your FSM initialize in the init state? Like if you do, like if you said m underscore FSM dot start, what does that do? You have to give it a state, right?
Yeah.
Or no, you just start it. So if you go to the
It
FSM,
starts. It initializes and then it updates. And if you're in the init state, you
oh
go to
no,
idle.
you're in the finite state machine with this start function?
Yeah.
Oh no. This is also not, you don't have to do it with the 10, it's just s1.name. You made a list of states, and then you give it to it. Okay. Valid transition return true. uh, so this valid transition would be like if, well, I'm pretty sure valid transition would like need to take in two states, like a state, right?
Like if this transition exists.
Yeah, if a transition from one state to another state, in which, even better, you could just do play. It would not need to be player states. Like you kind of defeating the purpose of this generic type right here, right? I see you kind of win here. Oh man, is V's the same enum that they gets initialized with, right? Yeah. So that's just this. Right? Because T isn't passed in from the class on the class side. So now the string that we build out matches this format. So like what we'll do is we'll call this S1 and then we'll call this S2. and then if transitions it's basically just that. Does that make sense to you?
The name of the transitions, if those names.
Well, yeah. If you do a valid transition, also again, like this needs to be changed. You want to change state to a type of T, okay? Or you could change it to like a state. Change state to a state. You know. So it's a if valid transition would be like if current. What? You don't have a current state in here?
No. I was just talking about that.
Why didn't we make a current state for the so the player could access it? But you have to have a current state whenever the machine starts. Okay, so if you start this machine, it's not this. This gotta go. It's not. You're not gonna make the active player's current state. The finite state machine knows nothing about video games or your game. Okay. Whenever you start the machine, what you do is give it a T, a state to start with. Okay. And we'll do, yeah, we could keep it as T. We'll also do this one as T. 2. So you're going to need a public, oh, excuse me, you're going to need a private state current. Are you doing an M underscore for variables up in here too? No. So if it's a valid transition, it needs to match that string thing right here. S1.name and S2.name with the arrow in between. So string transition is equal to S2.name I can make this a little more clear too. It's like you have a current and then you have like a 2, right? So state 2. No. State equals new state, and then you have to what? New state. Yeah. And we have to give it an enum.
Did you capital E?
Oh yeah. Oh man, dude, I'm messing up bad, bro. So state S2 is equal to a new state dot 2 as an enum. The transition is going to be from current name and then S2 dot name. Yeah, I could probably make this a little more readable, but so string transition. Well, at this point, it's just is it a valid transition to go from current to S2? Yeah, and are you maybe using like the temporary variable? Yeah. So if you have a valid transition going from current to once again, this is redundant. Like you don't need this shit. You could just put it here whenever you go to change the state. If it is a valid transition, then we need to do stuff. So what you do in here is you call the on exit. Oh shit. Did this have
don't think I have an on exit.
Yeah, okay. If you don't, so if you don't have that, it's fine, man. Current is just equal to
Next.
right, but you have to get the actual one from the dictionary. Equals states, and then next dot name. Like you can't do this. This was a temporary throwaway thing that we made. You know, because if you set the next state to that, it won't work right. It needs to be the one that gets added to the actual state dictionary, like this states right here. So you added all the states whenever we started it up by a name, and then added the state to it. So now you set current to be that state if it is a valid transition. All right. So I'm gonna need it because we're only using it for the string. You can make these strings and stuff too if it makes it easier for you. So this right here, start, takes in an enum. So what we'll do is current is equal to states with the key new. I hate this so much. Hey Trent. Hey Trent, I'm starting to see why you kept doing that, having to pass the states in. You pass the state in instead of the enum because inside the function itself, all you end up doing is fucking making another state and using the name off it. Yeah, that's shitty. Just like for every time you pass an enum into the state machine for every function.
Yeah. I'll switch that out. I just
That's it. So that'll start the machine. So we'll start this up with player states dot init, right? And now what we'll do is go right here. We'll put a breakpoint at the end of this. Shit. Yeah, so this one needs to be like, you have a player FSM. That player FSM needs to just be wherever you declare it at. So you could just declare that here, right? And forget about it. And then you want it to if you want to make a game manager FSM, then you can just make one. So you have game states?
Do I have game states?
No, we just made them. So like you want a game state FSM to manage the game state, so you can just make an FSM with game states in it. And you could just do all the game FSM dot add transition from init to running. And then from running it can go to quit. Just a quick thing to add. That's how you use this FSM, the one that you wrote. And then now the game manager instance FSM, this thing it needs to be the game FSM, right? So
Well, geez, I got one of those. 17. Wow.
So the how I was doing the start function before, that would be something for the player.
Well, no, we have to. So we're gonna have to start this thing up. Period. Right here, you go game manager instance FSM dot start. What this is gonna do is, if you go to this, you have to start it with a state. But right now, keep losing myself. So you started the machine here. Now, okay, you got a player list. We could do this over here. It depends on, yeah, I don't think that matters.
Wait, why are you what?
And then you made this player FSM. You could just drop this bitch in to each one of these. And now those players now have a finite state machine for them. On creation, you give it this thing, right? And now you can provide functionality where it's like, yo, Billy, attack. It's like, all right, I'm gonna attack, but at first I'm gonna ask Daddy if I can. Yo, Daddy, can I attack? So Billy.attack. If you call Billy.attack, so we'll go to this. Right here, once again, like the player shouldn't know anything about the actual game manager. So attacking will do this, but first it'll say player FSM. All right, FSM underscore FSM dot change state to attack.
Oh. I need to go home.
And then do damage here. Man, if that thing returns a bull. Yeah, we need this to be. We have to change this one.
I can see the resemblance.
You can actually just do this. If not valid, return false. And then now you can do the rest of the stuff. Does that make sense? So whenever you're in a party, why are you so happy, man? I know you're not programming whenever you're making jokes. I'm helping the biggest dude in the room. You should ask him. Y'all could go home, man. I'll be here though. Crying. Weeping. Hey, you got my message, man? I sent that at 3 in the morning, by the way.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. What it said?
I woke up, thanks.
What it said? So record.
Oh, alright, so, nigga.
No.
Wait, edit that out.
We'll fix it in post.
Why you coming back? And why you talking to him? This is usually when I fall asleep talking to him.
And then there's nothing after that, right?
No.
Okay, good.
Well, there's, I said, where are you? You said, in a depression. I'm on my way. Go to lunch.
Alright, cool. Anyways. Now you can be like, if... What? Are you really leaving? That was a trap. How you gonna... Man, y'all never gonna graduate. Act like it's my decision if you graduate or not. I'm gonna need the thing I asked you for me, bro. Like, so basically, if you can change state, you would do this. right? Otherwise, it'll return false. That's pretty dope. You can do the same thing for all of them, man. It's gonna be the same thing. So let's make sure. I want to get it to where it's working so I can hook you up. Yes. Figured that would happen. Oh yeah. So this one is gonna be game manager instance FSM. It's not gonna be the game manager instance. You see, what you would need is like active player dot FSM. So you could say active player dot change state, something like this, right? Where if we go to the player class, what he's gonna do is he's gonna call intern. Period. Where you at? Where you at?
Intern. It's in
Rip. All right. And then forget that because this looks like it's not doing anything. Rip. So if we go look at the intern function, we're gonna do that same thing. Like this dude is gonna go, okay, I got you, coach. Oh, brah. Do a thing, and then return true. Oh, you don't even need to return. You don't even need to return under this one. So it would be helpful though, because if you can't do that, we have a problem. So what do I need to do as a player whenever I'm trying to change state to the intern? I need to just invoke the onIntern delegate. So that, and then whoever defined my intern behavior. I think so. We'll just do this. No. I'm gonna give you some extra info. So we're just gonna test this FSM, and if you don't have a valid transition, man, we would know it in the player.
It's been working fine until I don't want to have players set that. If someone's dead, I want them to show me. If they're dead, you want to play someone.
Yeah, were you with me, by the way?
Wow.
I thought maybe I was always doing that this whole time.
I'm still listening to Dominic.
You probably see some messages like this. Something went wrong. Start it up.
But I don't even understand my life.
I played Moose Mouse ready for this.
So the active player never got set, so we'll just set that up. You have a thing that was supposed to do it automatically?
That was supposed to. Oh, that
Somebody-
was in that start function.
Ah.
That was there.
Okay. That one, right? It's gonna be the all player 0. And then you're gonna call update on that guy. Let's just see what the update function does. Oh, this is like a finite state machine in itself, dude.
Can you
Set current player name.
Like good or bad.
I mean, it's okay. It's neat. It's just it's some redundant things of like what I was doing here.
Yeah.
Because you already defined what the transitions are. But if we're calling update, you can do it. You can do it here too. Yeah.
Oh, that.
So if you switch on this current state, well, current state's going to have to be the FSM's current state. Current state equals FSM. Fuck it.
I use this one, so you gotta write one. You got, if you wanna do it, you got to do a full drawing. If you don't have those players, you might not come out with that.
So this will allow you to get the current state now from the player, and then you can always set the, what you would do is you do a switch on the m_FSM.current state, right? So current. Oh, it doesn't return a state. It doesn't. It needs to return the enum.
It's something better.
It's like
Wait, he's not listening to him? No, it's so much better than you. That's what I'm saying.
It's like, you know, these
Like this, stop saying it again. Just It's not going now. I really wasn't allowed. I don't want to stick. No, no one likes that. It's not. No one likes it.
All right. The dilemma I got is this: even it doesn't really support getting the current state. Like we need to return if we're going to use it in there. We need to return some enum.
You smell like really bad. You don't like this. Hey, you don't.
And we can't just cast a state as an enum. You'd have to freaking public class state.
It takes a lot to do it all. I still have some of my rings.
Stink.
But it's because it's stuck in the whole.
Dylan, man, God.
Yeah, go home.
Yeah. You go home, dog. You ain't getting it done in 4 minutes. You ain't getting it done in 4 minutes. You could go home. You could go home.
Doesn't mean you're better.
I got it, dude. I got it. So what I'll do is the state will return an enum, and then we can return current.enum, state enum, as a T, as an enum. Wait, what? Oh yeah, you got the most super specific looking finite state machine award. Like, so no one else's thing will ever look like yours. The FSM returns current. So now, as a player state, Fuck. How about you gonna do my boy like that, bro?
Come on. That's not okay. I don't like that. Your hand's cold. Your hand broke himself. I got a long drive.
Have fun, Dad.
Man. Yeah, I think we're just gonna get rid of this shit. It was doing too much. Get back to where I was before I started all that nonsense. Give me that back. Sweet. We'll get rid of this update function.
So, what do I do about everything that calls update? Well, that player that calls update.
Well, you're not gonna. You explicitly will tell the player to do a thing. Watch, I'll show you. I'm gonna show you. Watch, we will have this working before you leave. We just need to figure out the stuff that I broke whenever it came to doing the update call, because we could kind of get around doing that. So I'm gonna save this, and then we'll do build, and look at all the red. Oh, really? That's it? They already in it, right? So it's like it's really this, like.
Just parts it.
Oh, dude, this is awesome. You can make some functions that help you out, like this. And then do this thing in all of them. That might make it a little more clear. Yeah, it's up. I'm doing it right now. But does that make sense? Like, you have an idle handler that executes. And then whenever you want it to do something with that player, just tell them to do it. If the state machine is who's going to be daddy and say no. If it wants to say no. So if you go to program, it's really going to be this, to idle. Right?
Right. No call, idle.
Yeah, and then idle right here, this should be private. Because we don't want people calling the idle function. We only want people to like tell us what to do, and we just go no, no, no. Yeah, you know.
Invalid transition. So, Mr. Now, you're trying to get away from using enums and FSM? Okay.
No, I'm just trying to make it work.
Gotcha.
What's up, Zarin? Okay. Okay, so yeah, we can't make void idle private because of the interface. But we just hope to God no one tries to use it.
Well, what if you just change the names of the functions in the interface?
No!
To two?
We've already done too much. We've already done too much, man. Public, that's what's up. Public void update, we just did it so we can, like, what we'll do is, like, since we're not doing anything with this,
Please the interface.
yeah, but in order to please the interface, if you ever do that, man, yeah, it's the thing when you go, like, control period rip, like that. So if someone calls update, it's going to do that.
I have to go.
Okay.
Is there like a way?
there a way you could answer?
The question? Yeah, I'll get to it. After Reggie.
Okay. I have to go though. So
And then you had a question?
Oh, I got it. It was just that XML include type of thing above the base class.
Oh yeah, that's good, huh? Did he show you the other bad thing? He didn't show you the bad thing, right? You can make a class called like doo-doo, and then in that class have a ton of declarations of the types that you want to be able to serialize, and then just do XML include type of doo-doo and put that on everything. And it will serialize, like it'll account for all those types, but what happens is like it will serialize it as the doo-doo type, not like, hey, I'm a player and like I got feelings too. It's gonna be like, no, you're getting serialized as a doo-doo.
I'm also,
That's recorded.
I tried to serialize a bunch
I can't
of
wait.
controls, and,
Bro, like, dude, you know what kind of baggage comes with that? You thought women had baggage. We try to serialize a button. That thing got all kind of stuff come with it, man.
It was like, can I serialize the
The method, first of all, the delegate, like
well, that
the
wasn't
function
even the first
binding.
thing that broke it. It was like
a dictionary or something.
it was.
I'll look at it, Nick.
Dot site. I don't know what that is.
Oh, what?
Dot site, like
it's not.
the control dot site.
Oh, the site binding? Yeah, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There isn't anything wrong with the serialization itself. It's like everything that like loads the after the serialization.
The deserialization?
So the
Updating the form is like I can't.
Oh, updating the HUD?
I told you what was wrong.
It's yeah.
And I told you what was wrong. That doesn't make it right, Max.
Should've
Come on,
changed-
dog.
should've
Just when you
changed.
tell someone what's wrong, they be like, "Bah."
He would update like all the parties, and then he would use different variables to update the HUD.
Oh no. Yeah, that. So yeah, if you can bring Max with you to work, you fix it all. Okay, while you trying to update, I didn't do this part of the code. Let's see what else is broke. Cause all we're trying to do. No. So we don't have the key for. We have transitions, and then we have init idle, idle attack, attack idle, so on and so forth. But we're trying to give it idle
You just saw how the weapon that kills people.
and null. What? Wait, what? Oh, we never set current state. Reggie. Oh, we never started it. So combat, we have to start the machine. I think we did start the machine though.
Maybe.
Nah, son, you ain't start that machine. See, yeah, we gonna need to start that machine.
That's the problem.
We did though. What the hell?
Man, this shit piss me off.
What?
Must fight him, I swear. It's the set current player. That is 100%. Set current player needs to be called and be put in.
Wait, what? Yeah, that's good. No, it's not good.
It's about to get so freaking simple.
Your variable name so.
It's not my best
You know how you.
It's where Billy, Bob, and Joe and
No,
John and
no,
those are
you.
my default player names. Those are my go-to names for the players.
Nah, man, your variable name suck is like my go-to whenever it's like definitely my fault. It's kind of like going like, well, you breast stink, you ugly, you ugly. Well, your variable names are bad, and you can't read good. I'll just bring that back for now, and then we just won't do anything with it.
That current player is being called.
Oh, I know what we could have used update for. Oh, dude, I got it. Current state. equals m_fsm dot current state. There we go. God damn it. As you know. As player state.
But yeah, we about to get this. It's about to get stupid. Now I have to copy all this code and put it inside of the brackets so that I can get dot index of. Then I gotta open parentheses. I gotta put that back in there. Dot current.
And then some other compiler to update. Got it. Equals. What is that noise, man? That's your ride, Bart. Max is your ride?
Yeah.
That's why he's waiting?
Yeah.
I'm almost done. Active player. Current state is known. Combat player.
Oh yeah, bro.
So something went wrong, which is good, because at least we're definitely calling something from the FSM itself. So now you know exactly where to go look. If you go to that thing, you go to idle.
Data manager game roster index of form manager instance data manager. Player. Oh,
Man, you can put this shit everywhere. Seriously.
It's a fast fail system, bro. Fast fail system. Fail not succeed.
Finite state machine's doing work, man. So like he's in attack state. Can he go to intern from attack if Billy's a player?
No, after you attack, it should go back to idle. Like you can't go from attack state to intern.
Right.
You just attack and then you back to idle.
Man, this is so almost done. Like it doesn't take very long to get this going.
You don't need to make it where they only attack once.
Dude, I literally put 7 pieces of paper. You squared on them. And start writing.
So I'm gonna do this, man, because it's really hard to tell who the damn player is. Because like your variable name's Billy. Like I don't know what the hell Billy. Like this could just be Billy. Like why wouldn't you just do that? So I know who is currently going. This is neat as hell though, bro. Like you don't see it because like you were onto something. You were like on the cusp of making things really good. So what you did was can you get the door, Connor? What you did was like the way that you had set everything up without too much code. And I'm not like just doing your work for you. This is still bad, but You make an FSM and you pass it to a player as a constructor. What this is called is dependency injection or inversion of control, where like the player is going to receive an FSM and then use that FSM. Well, they get a copy of it. So like you made it here, and then you pass it to this guy, then you pass it to that guy, then you pass it to like you pass just this generic little FSM to everybody, and then they can manipulate it however they want. You know?
Oh shit.
All right.
I was right.
Or maybe I'm just trying to make you feel more better than how you
Okay, I've been having
trying to make myself feel good as an instructor.
I
So
just can't follow my own logic. Or I could follow it, but it wasn't working.
in the form, you should see how he has it. It's pretty cool.
I turned the whole function into literally just like assign that whatever index I can do. I'm just gonna spend all weekend trying to delete as much of my code as possible in this thing.
System error.
It's a good start. Still delete my code from like 1998. I wrote code that generated code, so it's a debacle.
I gotta say, one more thing. If remaining player equals 1,
So Billy is in attack state. Can we go from attack to intern? Only to idle?
Yep.
Then you have to go to idle to intern? You got an idle button?
No, it's supposed to go back automatically after you attack.
Man, it don't go back automatically. Look, to idle. But then you attack with Billy. Why would you attack with Billy like that, dog? Like, hold up. That was me to do that? Alright. Fair enough. So this, the way that it's, what should do, this is how I would have did it, man. This goes game manager instance, dot active player, dot attack.
this is my sentence.
And then when we go to intern,
Oh wait, no, that's one turn.
What? Do you recognize these? Do you recognize that? No, from what I made at your house yesterday.
oh dude, this is just great. So we're gonna do a to idle,
The only thing I have,
right?
okay, all of this code,
From
all of this,
inside of the form.
all of this.
So what you'll do is like if you hit intern, we'll force the guy to just go to idle,
All this code right here, every line of this.
and then we'll just go to intern.
So I made a class with data manager. Made a private variable. Ignorant set it for it. And now that. And whenever I want to access things,
It doesn't. So it. I know what that looks like, but it goes right back to, it goes attack and then it goes back to idle. So if you wanted to actually see it, because I'm just so fast, I'm like David Carradine, I think that's his name. When you hit the intern, you're expecting an intern. What we would need is like the following. So Max started off like this too, and this is what all of you should have ended up doing, is like, if you just have this button, and we'll click it, man, and I really want to respect that though.
Because you cannot assign the name. And that's how my thought process was this whole time.
Oh, I do want to respect this naming convention because it's so nice. So idle would be, we'll change the name of this to, what was the name of this one? Just intern? Like the name of it? We'll just change that to idle. And now we'll double click it and it'll be idle click. Sweet. So this is going to be this. And then this just needs to get called every time, dude.
That right there
No,
3 lines of code, and if they,
Semicolon.
I really pasted all of that without the semicolon, man.
but like if I want
Oh,
to use one line,
it is definitely
I
past
put
6.
that, and that. And then look how ridiculous this was.
God, this looks so clean though.
It goes
No
down,
logic.
just to
Like, there's no logic in your stuff, man.
index of the game master. So I have to do 3 things. Then open the brackets. Then open
He's an
the
idle. We'll go to attack. We'll hit a do. And that works too. Look at that.
index of
Uh,
Yeah, I didn't have that going yet.
So yeah, idle.
player info, target
If you're in attack state and you try to change to idle, so now you would just go there. So like the way that I have it set up, and I'm gonna let you play with it. It's gonna keep saying something went wrong because I cannot transition from the attack state to this whatever's happening with this idle. So
I was thinking about putting
the first place to go look at is like where that is happening, where the something went wrong is happening.
take all the properties out of here, put them there. That way, and then have to make these both. And you would, and at that point in time, I think I'd make a static data manager where you can't, where I don't have a constructor, but you can't do this is where all this can do around when you set the point. Oh yeah, all that distance that adds all the weapons there. This is how you build items. So put in the list. That function is going to initialize anything in data manager. I got those. And then
so he ended his turn.
this delegate code initializer inside of this constructor. Even if you don't have access to it, it's still add there. So the first thing I
Oh, because he's trying to go from intern to intern. But you see how it's set up though, like. Bro, you can do a lot with this, Reggie. I'm gonna zip this shit up and give it to you. But this is basically, so for a passing assessment, man, it would look like this shit, basically. And you would have your buttons, and then when I step in the code, I don't give a shit about the game, to be honest. If I could walk up in a form, what? I'm debugging that one too. I'm just debug everything. Yeah, sure. So like, what kind of code do I like? In general, when I'm dealing with another professional, I would like to go up in a form and go, alright, constructor. Okay, I see a delegate. That looks like somebody's clicking it. 2 lines? Got it. Interns click, do a thing. Save click, do a thing. Load click, so on and so forth. Where like save click, this would just be like serialize everything from the singleton. This is load everything from the singleton. Idle would definitely just say whoever the active player is in their turn. But it should be like a call, super simple like this, okay? Where all of the logic is handled over there. Because if you go to hook it up in Unity, this is literally, the setup would just need to be, okay, I'm going to go into Unity and then do all of this, be minus that. I'll just set all of this up. So you copy all of this, you just paste it into Unity, and then you make a user interface application, and now you can like do cool stuff, like runtime attacking and all of that whatnot. But I think you got enough, and I got enough too. And you can send me messages, man, over the break. Oh man, I don't know. I'm just gonna send you the this one. Get 'em.